Good morning, everybody. Movie Fan 2002 here. And as you all know, even though it's still somewhat happening, at least right now as I'm recording this, as of today, Sunday, August 11th, 2024, it's still D23. Today is pretty much the last day, but as you can tell, I feel like, considering that like a lot of stuff we have so far is out, I feel like I might as well at least discuss about them. Now, this will be mostly like a lot more of the big stuff, obviously, but it's still worth noting, by the way. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with the stuff back on Friday night with all the entertainment stuff they announced. And they announced a lot of stuff. They're mostly franchise stuff, but it's still worth noting. Okay. Let's see how this will take out. So this is day one of the... Anyways, so stuff that they announced. First they got a new trailer for Moana 2, which they even released the poster, which... And I will admit, from the trailer, by the way, I wasn't originally going to do reactions to these, but I thought I'll just give my brief thoughts on them. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I have no doubt... Okay, now, yes, it's not going to be as good as the original film, in my opinion. In fact, I don't think it's going to, reach the same heights as Inside Out 2 is doing at the box office. I mean, seriously, that film was crushing it, by the way. But it was a pretty good trailer, and I'm interested to see what the film has in store, actually. Although I don't understand how we're still getting the live action remake when this is a thing now. But, okay. Next we have is the Snow White trailer, and by the way, yes, the movie is just called Snow White, not Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm gonna be honest, yeah, no, just no. I was really underwhelmed by this. This movie's gonna suck. Although, then again, I'm gonna flat out say it, the How to Train Your Dragon remake next year, I think is gonna be even worse. I mean, seriously, Dean DeBlois, this is going to be like your celebration of the 50th anniversary of... Yeah, I don't think so. Unless the film gets a positive reception, I am not going to watch that movie in theaters. I'm just going to wait till when it comes out in digital just to be like, hey, okay, let's just get this over with thing. We got our first look at live action Stitch and Lilo and Stitch, which that's apparently coming out also next summer, so I guess also so it looks like the other Dean DeBlois... So it looks like Dean DeBlois' Disney film is also getting a remake next summer, despite the fact that he's not directing it. But I will admit, for this first look, he doesn't look so bad, actually. Stitch looks fine. In fact, Chris Sanders is still voicing him, and he kind of actually fits the role. So I'll give him this. They're staying true to his animated character. Not really looking forward to it, but at least it's possibly the more bearable one out of the four. And I do have a bit of interest, but it's not going to top the original. It's not going to. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, here's one that's getting a lot of people talking, and this one I'm actually somewhat looking forward to. Incredibles 3. I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking forward to it. Truly I am. In fact, I'll make a bold statement, I liked the second movie. I did. Okay, yes, I still do think that the first film's still better, which, God, I can't believe the movie's almost 20 years old. But I'm really glad we're actually getting a third film. Although, please have Violet Dash and Jack be older in the new movie. I'll give a pass with the second film because it made sense. The first movie ended on a cliffhanger with the Underminer attack, which that was for the opening scene of the movie. So it made sense. But for here, I want them to be older now. Like if this is going to be the final film of the trilogy. And please, just have this be the final film because at least Brad Bird's coming back to direct it. Then, of course, they have the announcement of Toy Story 5. I'm still iffy on this, but I will admit, my thoughts on the movie have increased a bit now knowing that it's official that Andrew Stanton, the director of Finding Nemo and WALL-E, will be directing it. So, I do have a slight bit more optimism towards it now. Not a whole lot, and I still think this film shouldn't exist, but at least we better now. But at least I do have a bit more optimism. Although Shrek 5 is going to be a much better movie. Then we got a concept art for Frozen 3. This was announced a while back, but they said, it's gonna be somewhat of a two-part movie with Frozen 4. And the movie's now set to come out in 2027. I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind it. I'm intrigued. I want to see what they're gonna have in store with this film. I mean, from what she said, they're finally gonna answer the question of why Elsa has powers and while Anna doesn't. I'm intrigued. Then of course next year we have Zootopia 2, which I'm actually looking forward to it. And remember how I said the effect of Inside Out 2 might not repeat with Moana 2? I do believe it will happen with Zootopia 2. And besides, Zootopia, and similar to Inside Out, Zootopia does deserve a deserves a sequel, because there are more areas of the city that we had yet to explore. No, because while we did get to explore some of it in the first film, we didn't really get to explore much of it, which isn't a huge deal because obviously it's still a fantastic movie, but it's something that I point out, so that's why I'm down for it. Then of course Elio comes out next summer, and I really hope it does turn out to be really. It turns out like Pixar's like box office records keep going. Although then again, it's coming out the same day as I have to say it again, the How to Train Your Dragon remake. I hope it's another Pixar wins over the live action film, kind of like what Elemental did last year with The Flash. I really hope so. Then we have Skeleton Crew, which that trailer got released. I will admit, I'm intrigued to see how this turns out. Yes, it's like a Star Wars version of Goonies, but I'm still intrigued. Plus, Jude Law as a Jedi. That's kind of awesome, I'm not going to lie. Not that much to add, because like, I want to see a bit more before, because the show doesn't premiere until December 3rd on Disney+, but I'm still looking forward to it. It might be a lot of fun. And hopefully a lot better than what we got with The Acolyte. And I'm going to be honest, The Acolyte is possibly the worst Disney Star Wars project. Yes, you heard me right, even worse than Rise of Skywalker. Oh yeah, then we have Agatha All Along. Pretty good trailer. I'm looking forward to the show. Well, not a whole lot, but I'm still somewhat looking forward to it. Although, I am kind of disappointed that like none of the Owl House voice actors decided to come on board for this. I mean, seriously? You're not going to bring on board Wendy Malick or Sarah Nicole Robles to at least play a witch in the show? It's a show about witches. Oh, then there was like a snippet of the Fantastic Four First Step. Although then again, that was the same one that was shown at San Diego Comic-Con a couple weeks back, so this isn't really that anything new. Then there was the Daredevil Born Again snippet. I unfortunately didn't see it. It was leaked online, but unfortunately I was going to watch it, but then unfortunately got removed during. So guess why? I understand why. And to be fair, it made sense because it's coming out in March. But still, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds exciting. Next year's the third installment of the James Cameron's Avatar franchise called Avatar: Fire and Ash, which I'm looking forward to. Although I will admit, the title definitely is giving me a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes. In fact, both 2 and 3 definitely have a lot of. You can definitely tell. Okay, that's like that's kind of feeling a bit similar to the Avatar movies. But then again, I'm willing to give it a pass because, well, it does sound kind of exciting. And then there's also Freaky Friday 2 is now Freakier Friday, which Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are returning for this. Someone looking forward to it. Does sound pretty cool. Oh, and then there was Tron Ares, which is also set to come out next year. It was actually expected to come out on the day of the Avatar Aang movie that was unfortunately set back to January 2026. Which, before I continue, on a side note, really? January 2026 for the Avatar Aang movie? Are you fucking kidding me? January is a shit month, and the only movies people would go see in January are those that were released in December. That's just stupid. No. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ranting, but it's just they really need to get their minds in check. Oh well. Maybe it'll be one of those rare good January movies that will start off the year. But anyways, back on. But yeah, Tron Ares. Don't really heard much about it, but yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how this goes. And I think that's everything in terms of like all the entertainment stuff that were announced back on Friday. So yeah, cool stuff. Now for the stuff that they announced. Now for the Experience Showcase. This was from the Entertainment Showcase. Now for the Experience Showcase, which is mostly the stuff for like their theme parks. And boy, did they announce a lot of cool stuff. Disney World's Magic Kingdom is getting its very own Villains Land, which that sounds really cool. Like they should have gotten something like this years ago, but oh well. I mean, better late than never. I mean, I can't believe it took them this long, but that sounds exciting. Also, side note, I still have yet to go to Walt Disney World, which is kind of insane because like I've been a Disney fan for pretty much my entire life. So yeah, even with some of their missteps, I've still been a fan. And so yeah, someday I better go there because I really want to go. What else do we got? Oh yeah, Coco is getting its first Disney Parks attraction at Disneyland's Disney's California Adventure. Looking forward to that. It's going to be inspired by Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. That's awesome. That is just awesome. Then Monsters Inc. Land is coming to Disney Hollywood Studios. Pretty exciting, but what really has me excited is that there's going to be a roller coaster ride based off the door chase scene from Monsters Inc. from the first film. And I was like, yes! I was just so happy when they announced it. I actually wanted a ride to that. In fact, no joke, like I have this somewhere, like let me load this up for a moment. Yeah, I said here like on a video once, I said I think the perfect ride based on a scene in a Disney film, or should I say Pixar movie, is a roller coaster version of the door chase from Monsters Inc. And my God, I was right. My prayer has now been my wish is pretty much granted. Like, I feel like Disney kind of listened to me, although, okay, I don't think they really listened to me, but still, the fact that this is actually happening is insane. Like, plus you also that and also the rest of Monsters Inc. Land pretty good. So basically, you're actually gonna get to explore Monstropolis. Anyways, Avatar Land will be at Disney's California Adventure, so which that is coming, and we learn more about it. Not only that, but it'll also be taking inspiration from The Way of Water and but also like from the upcoming film, Fire and Ash, which I just talked about, and even from the future Avatar movies. So I guess James Cameron wants to like bring Pandora to the parks as well, which is awesome. Then for Animal Kingdom at Disneyland, Indiana Jones and Encanto will be getting their own Disney World attractions, officially announced for new Animal Kingdom. That's exciting. Cannot wait for that. And it's about time Indy has a new ride, which looking forward to that. It'll be cool to go on a new ride with Indy. And yes, Indy actually does have a ride at Disneyland, which I forgot what the name of it was, but it was a really awesome ride. And here's another one that I've known about for a while, but like we got more information about it here, and it's called Disneyland's Avengers attraction is officially called Avengers Infinity Defense. Avengers Infinity Defense at Disneyland's Avengers Campus concept art. This, like, here's and for what they're presenting, it looks awesome. And they're gonna fight King Thanos, so it'll be like a multiverse adventure. And you'll be going to places like Asgard, New York City, Wakanda, and you'll be having the help of Iron Man, Ant-Man, the Hulk, Black Panther, and more, which is just exciting. Oh, and speaking of Iron Man, remember back at San Diego Comic-Con when it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing Doctor Doom, which, by the way, if you're wondering what my thoughts are about this, I'm split on this, but with Anthony and Joe Russo returning and Steve McFeely going to be writing the script, I'll give it a chance, but I do kind of have a bad feeling about this. But again, I'm going to give it a chance just to see how it is, and at least it's not Tony Stark, it's Victor Von Doom. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Tony Stark again for a new attraction at Avengers Campus, which you actually get to fly around with Iron Man. I'm going to be honest, that's awesome. I'm glad, which I believe this will be set like before the events of Infinity War, obviously. And yeah, this will be really cool. It'll be really cool. Also, the fact that the article says Oscar winner is amazing because he finally got his Oscar because of Oppenheimer, which that's another reason why I'm at least a bit okay with him playing Doctor Doom, because he can do do an antagonistic performance like he did in Oppenheimer. Even though I do think Cillian Murphy is honestly a better shot, but oh well, what you gonna do? But still, yeah, I'm looking forward to this ride. Like these Avengers rides, like okay, most of the stuff they're just announcing, just awesome. Like the Disney parks just never fail to amaze me. I know many people are a bit disappointed by the fact that like there's less original stuff and more IP stuff, but the thing is, it's called Disneyland, and some of the stuff with their brands putting them in there, that I don't mind because they can make for awesome attractions that people can enjoy. Oh, and also Cars is getting 2 new attractions at Disney World's Magic Kingdom that aren't in Radiator Springs, which that's pretty cool. There's gonna be there'll be like a thrilling rally raceway through the mountains, and the second will be more geared towards kids. So like one of these rides will be similar to Radiator Springs Racers. That's an awesome ride. That's one of my favorite rides at Disney. Anyways, oh, and here's probably the only announcement of the Disneyland attractions I wasn't a fan of. Although thankfully it's not for the American parks, but The Lion King is getting its own attraction area at Disneyland Paris Disney World Adventure. I would say I was excited, but the thing is, it's not that Lion King, it's this Lion King. Oh, it's the remake. Which, really? Oh, right, that reminds me. The Mufasa trailer. Well, it is, I will give it this. I almost forgot about the Mufasa trailer. But for those, I'll give it this. At least the lines are a bit more expressive now. And I do like the colors on them. At least it does go to show that they are nice. But with that said, it really looks like what they're presenting is not going to look good. And it's going to cause a lot of outrage towards fans. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this in theaters. I mean, in fact, I might not even watch it at all. I might watch it when it comes out on Disney+, but then again, I said I was going to watch Aquaman 2 when that movie came out on Max, but I completely decided to not watch it and at all, so I feel like the same thing might just apply here. Besides, I'm not really missing anything if I choose to skip it. Also, how many of you want to bet that Eric Carter is going to do a versus video between this film and the 2019 Lion King remake? I will admit, I know it will be like mostly a rant, but it would just be a hilarious rant just to watch. I just want to see him just like rip to shreds on both of those films again. That would be one of the most satisfying moments of his life. Although I doubt that he's gonna do so. But back onto some more positive news. The Mandalorian and Grogu will be part of a new story in the Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run 2026. Oh, that's right. Also, the Mandalorian and Grogu. They just began filming on that. Not much to add, but that's the title of the movie, and they just started filming, which is good because the film's set for 2026. Which is like what they said, that they'll be part of the story. Like they'll be part of Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. I'm honestly, which has me excited actually. And yes, I'm looking forward to that film. I mean, yes, I will admit, Mando Season 3 did kind of weigh the series down a bit for me, but I still want to see how this film will go. Plus, we haven't had a Star Wars movie on the big screen in years, so this will pretty much be exciting, at least for me. Or at least a new Star Wars movie, because during the past couple of years, both Return of the Jedi and The Phantom Menace got re-released in theaters for their anniversaries, and I have no surprise, and I won't be surprised that Revenge of the Sith will be re-released next year. And if it does, I'm definitely not missing on that. Disney's to create the first ever Walt Disney audio animatronic for the Disneyland show. That's gonna be nice. Although, let's just hope that they don't use AI for his voice, though. But I guess they might have to. But oh well, they'll find a way to work around this. Although then again, they didn't use any AI for Robin Williams performance for Robin Williams archival recordings of the Genie. No. Instead, they actually got permission to use it from his family.
I haven't seen a fall like that since Rome. Much better.
See my point? Anyways, yeah, we have like Tiana's Bayou of Adventure officially opening at Disneyland in November 2024, which will open on November 15th. That's pretty cool. Which is also just around the time of the movie's 15th anniversary. By the way, the Tiana series is still set to be a series. Then there's this Fortnite stuff, which I don't really have that much to add. There's also some quick stuff like World of Frozen to open at Disney Adventure World in 2026. A new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight will debut in 2025 at the Magic Kingdom. There'll be a Magic Kingdom Pirates of the Caribbean themed tavern to open in 2025. A new lounge inspired by Spaceship Earth to open in 2025 at Epcot. The reimagined Star Test Track is set to reopen in 2025. There will be a new Spider-Man attractions headed to both Hong Kong Disneyland and Shanghai Disneyland. Zootopia Bears Zoogether show will open next winter at Animal Kingdom. Disney Treasure will be the home of the Disney Hills Moana stage production. Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff like etc. You get the point now. You get the point. It says Patrick Warburton will also be returning as a chief flight attendant from Soarin' for a great intro. I found a few other things I probably should mention. Is that there'll be a few Broadway related stuff that I should mention about, like some of the shows will be available to watch on Disney Plus. Like in 2025, like the Frozen one will be happening. There's gonna be like a Hercules musical, and there's gonna be surprisingly a Greatest Showman musical, which is insane considering that like a while back I heard they were gonna be doing one for La La Land, which I think is still in the works. Yeah. I don't think there's really that much to add. I think that's like all the big events. There are some like other stuff that like there was like some people got to see like the first episode of like of the Phineas and Ferb spinoff, but that also happened at Annecy, so not really that big of a surprise. And, so yeah, honestly, that's kind of all that needs to be said. Like, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for D23. I mean, anyways, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, and like what projects are you looking forward to the most. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, peace and take care.